All right, so let's start this broadcast with some news that has come in from the United States of America, where a federal judge has now temporarily blocked a law that bans most abortions in the state of Texas. District Judge Robert Pittman in Austin has granted the request from President Joe Biden's administration to block the enforcement of this controversial and a draconian law that would have forbidden abortions post 6 weeks on grounds that it violates the U.S. Constitution. However, the state of Texas can, of course, appeal against this judgment. Now remember, the statute in fact went into force on the 1st of September. It prohibited abortion as soon as a heartbeat is detectable. That is usually about 6 weeks of pregnancy. And this is a time when most women are not even aware that they are pregnant. And what is interesting about this law is that it provided no exceptions, even in cases of rape or incest. Now, the 113-page ruling by Pittman said that Texas officials had created an unprecedented and also an aggressive scheme to deprive its citizens of a very significant and a well-established constitutional right. Now, from the moment the law came into effect, women have been unlawfully prevented from exercising control over their lives in ways that are protected by the Constitution. The SB 8 is the abbreviation for the Senate Bill 8, which is the law's official name. The ruling further added that this court will not sanction one more day of this offensive deprivation of such an important right. The Texas law is so far the most restrictive one on reproductive rights of women in the United States of America. It's also interesting to note that this law empowers anyone, absolutely anyone, related or not related to a woman or a girl, to file a lawsuit against a person who has assisted in an abortion. As Texas can still appeal this order, the case may in fact end up in front of the Supreme Court. The 9-justice Supreme Court, with its clear conservative majority, decided last month against intervening to block the Texas law. The justices declining to block the Texas law prompted the Biden administration to enter into the fray. The ruling has come after tens of thousands of women took to the streets across the United States. Now, the protests were aimed at countering the conservative drive to restrict abortion access and also reproductive rights of women. The White House has welcomed the ruling as an important step forward towards restoring the constitutional rights of women across the state of Texas. Now remember, it's not just the state of Texas, because in recent years there have been similar such laws that have been passed that restrict the reproductive rights of women in several states across the United States of America. But some of them have been struck down because they violated the U.S. Supreme Court precedent from a 1973 ruling named the Roe v. Wade judgment. The top court ruling guaranteed a woman's right to an abortion until the fetus is viable outside of the womb, that is about 22 weeks of pregnancy. Pro-abortion or pro-choice advocates have called on the Congress to enshrine the right to abortion in federal law. This will protect it from any possible reversal by the Supreme Court, because if the High Court overturns the landmark 1973 decision, then every state will be free to ban or to allow abortions. And this means that 36 million women across 26 American states, that's nearly half the American women of reproductive age, would likely lose the legal right to a safe, medically assisted abortion. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.